This is another GTX that is really, really special in the world of collecting, especially in the Mopar world. This is the most highly auctioned GTX ever built at the factory. It's the most high-priced Hemi, anything ever built at the factory. In fact, at $6,592, it was actually more expensive than a Coupe DeVille in 1971. This particular car, if you translated the price of $6,592, which sounds like a great little inexpensive number, but if you put that number to what it is today, it's somewhere around $47,000 or $8,000. So it would be like going out and buying a brand new SRT8 392 Challenger. Not quite a Hellcat, because I understand they can be kind of high, but the price of the car was extremely high for that. And the reason for it, every option you have the sunroof. Now, only 2 of these cars were built with sunroofs on, and this is one of the 2. This car over the other car that had the sunroof, it kind of stopped at the sunroof. Of course, the GTX package gives you the wood grain in the door, just a dress-up thing. Then he ordered the power windows, and that's kind of unusual on a Hemi car. It kind of had weight, but this is a luxury Hemi car. And then as you come on across, you'll notice how it had the inside hood release. That's an option. This is how you actually choked the engine. It had a manual choke back then to get the big Hemi going. This car also had the rear window defog, yet another option. And then here's how you open and close your air grabber. That's what pops your hood up and down and lets the guy sitting next to you at the red light understand what your intentions are. And then this also has what's called Stratavent. Stratavent, if you look over here it actually has 2 vents, and it would allow airflow. And of course, the rest was right here. You could open these vents. So now you had air flowing. It wasn't air conditioning, but it wasn't that bad either. This right here is actually an option that you never see on one, but it's a seatbelt light, and it also tells you when it's low fuel. That's just never seen on one of these. And then you dress it up even further. This is what's called a rim blow steering wheel. A very kind of a pricey option. Actually, you could squeeze it and it blows. That's what makes that unique. Then as you come on across, you're looking at the cassette player, and this was the first year for the cassette player. You could do 3 things with a cassette player. You took this microphone and you could actually record yourself going down the road and talking about what you need to do, or you could take the cassette, a blank cassette, put it in and record off from your FM stereo that this car came with. And lastly, you could just play a cassette. So it was kind of ahead of its time, kind of the iPhone of its day there as far as recording and all. And then luckily this car here has got the big pistol grip 4-speed in it, and that is what makes all Mopars really look good inside when you got that big pistol grip sitting there and you can imagine shifting them. And then up through the hole in the roof, and this is one of only 2 ever built with a sunroof in it. What makes the car even better, this is what you call a survivor. This is completely original paint. The gentleman's name, he come out of Viet Nam, his name was Larry Dickson. Larry had it all his life, and he babied this car. Obviously, when he got out of Vietnam, if you read about him here, and you look at the medals he's wearing, he was pretty much like a Rambo of his world. And when we got home, he wanted the badassest car he could get, and he bought it. And he probably never knew in his lifetime that he bought the most expensive optioned out Hemi GTX or Hemi anything ever. So that's what makes this car really fun. Every option, original paint, under the hood. When you're looking at the big 426 Hemi, this is what we call day 2. Obviously, when Mr. Dickson got the car home, everybody wants to look under the hood of a Hemi. Hemis are beautiful to look at. They're even far prettier when you put the big chrome valve covers on them, and the chrome air cleaner, and chrome fan, the things you see under here. I did the same thing. Back when we were driving these cars, you wanted to show your engine bay off. If you were sitting at the local Dairy Queen, think how many times you saw the hoods up on the car. That's what we did. So this is a really special car with all the options and that it has. This also has a 4-speed in it with what's called a Super Track pack, 410 gears. So this is one B-body that, even though it's bigger than an E-body, the Challenger Coupe, it'll get up and haul butt when you get into this one, and it runs strong. So if you're ever around here and we're driving it, you'll see what we're talking about. So anyway, enjoy the car and know that it came from a Viet Nam guy that took care of it all his life until he died, and then we came across it, and it's here in the museum.